We're now going to calculate some probabilities from a normal distribution. So Nullhurst House hosts a wedding each week. The mean number of guests who attend during the day is 88, with a standard deviation of 6. We define the probability on any random wedding day there are less than 100 guests. So first we need to use the standardising formula here to work out that z is equal to x is 100, my mean is 88, and my standard deviation is 6. So that'll give me a z-score of 2. So now I'm going to draw a little diagram. So here is my normal distribution. Mean there is 0, and my z-score here is 2. So if I use the table of values to work out that probability there, when z is equal to 2, that probability is equal to 0.97725. Right, I'm going to work out the probability of getting 85 or more guests. So again, we need to apply the standardising formula. So z is equal to, this time x is 85 minus 88 divided by 6. So that gives me a z-score of minus 0.5. Again, I'm going to draw a little diagram. So this time my z-score here is 0, so my z-score here is minus 0.5, is about here. And I want the probability of getting 85 or more guests. So therefore I'm looking at this area here. Now because the normal distribution curve is symmetrical, that is exactly the same as the probability of 0.5 this side. Exactly the same. Now on my table of values for z, I'm not given negative z values, so therefore I need to use this idea of symmetry, so I can use the table and look at when z is equal to 0.5. And using table of values, we can see that for z is 0.5, we get 0.6915. So probability is equal to 0.6915. It gets a bit trickier now though when we have to work out the probability between two particular numbers. So this time we've got two lots of x values. So let's start off with 82. So my z-score for this one here then is 82 take away the mean divided by the standard deviation. So my z-score for this is minus 1. My other one then, z is equal to 86 take away 88 divided by 6. This time my z-score is equal to minus 0.33. So drawing another diagram for this then, let's just do it over here. I'm looking for this area here. So there's minus 1 and there's minus 0.33. I'm looking for that area there. Again, I've got two negative z-scores here, so I'm going to have to use the idea of symmetry again. So I can redraw this diagram with 0.33 here and 1 there, and I'm looking for that area here. Now remember, the table of z values only gives us the probability to the left of this value here. So what I can do then is I can work out the probability that z is less than 1. That'll give me all the shaded area that I want and this white region over here. But if I take away the probability that z is less than 0.33, if I take away all of this white area there, I'm left with the shaded region. So popping this into the table there, I can see that z is equal to 0.84134. And if I take away 0.62930, I'm left with the probability of it being between 82 and 86 guests as being 0.21204. Right, finally then, we're going to work out the probability being between 85 and 90 guests. So let's just block that off. So between 85 and 90 guests. Again, I need to work out my z-scores. So the first one is 85 take away 88 divided by 6. That gives me a z-score of minus 0.5. And my other one is 90 take away 88 divided by 6, which gives me another z-score of 0.33. So once again, I'm going to draw a diagram of the area that I'm looking for. So we've got 0.33 here, and we've got minus 0.5 down there. So it's a bit tricky this time because of the fact that my area has, well, the area I'm looking for is part of it on the left hand side and part of it on the right hand side. So to do this then, what I'm going to do is I am going to firstly work out the probability that z is less than minus 0.33, and that'll give me the shaded bit I want plus this bit that I've just coloured in a bit darker red there. So the probability that z is less than 0.33 is equal to 0.61791. Now to work out this darker red bit here, again I've got to use that idea of symmetry. So again, if I just draw a little quick sketch here, that 0.5 is there, and to work out this darker red bit here, what I can do then is work out the probability that z is less than 0.5, which gives me all this area here. If I take that away from 1, that'll give me the area that I need here. So the probability that z is less than 0.5 is equal to 0.69146, and therefore to get the red bit here I will do 1 take away 0.69146, and that will leave me with 0.30854. Right, what have I found so far then? I found the probability of z is less than 0.33. All that probability there and this red bit is 0.61791. I've now found out that probability of the red bit there is 0.30854. I just want this section between these two. So what I can do now finally is 0.61791 take away 0.30854. So the area between these 2 points, which is guessed between 85 and 90, is equal to 0.30937.